Holland Purdue III, and Vice Mayor Benjamin K. Mullins. Council members A. Ralph Casey, David K. Clements, J. Tyler Lee, Mark H. Newbill, and Lucas A. Tuning. Also participating this evening are staff members as noted.
We'll do the pledge if you all stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. All of you have received a copy of the agenda for this evening. Be looking for an approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
There, a second?
Yeah.
And a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The agenda is approved. Next, you have the consent agenda in front of you. If there are no changes, I'll ask for an approval of the consent agenda.
So
Motion
moved.
to.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The consent agenda is approved. All right. On a special item this evening, we have the introduction of the new grant coordinator, Michael D. Clark.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. As you know, we've had our grant coordinator position vacant for a couple months. We had a good pool of applicants. We were able to have interviews about a month ago, and wanted to introduce to you Michael Clark. He has 26 years of experience in government and consulting work, and I've known him in the public sector field for a while, so I think we've got a real catch here, and we're proud to and excited to introduce him. He hit the ground and running last week, as you may have seen in the weekly packet, with getting some grants off to Morgan Griffith's office. So just a quick introduction of Michael Clark, and say hello.
Good evening. Thank you, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here. Looking forward to the opportunity to work with each one of you. Rocky Mount's doing some really great things, and that's really what drew me to the position, was all the investments that you all have made in the town. So happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
All right. Next, we got two things on the new business tonight. First is the draft capital improvement plan, the CIP for fiscal years 2027 to 2031. That should be in everybody's packet. Mr. Wood will speak briefly about it. Discussion on this matter will be at the work session on April 16th. That's the work session. You'll see it come up in the next weekly. Go ahead, Mr. Wood.
Just a quick reminder for council that that document is different than the budget. When we talk about the budget, this document is really a plan, as the name implies. It's to let everybody know what's happening over the next 5 years. The department heads helped Vincent and Mark and Amy and myself put together this document so that we can kind of know what's happening over the next 5 years. We don't get surprised by any large expenditures that are coming up. But it also is not an authorization to spend the money. So it's really just a plan kind of to remember the things we need to cover. And then the authorization to spend money actually comes when council approves the operating budget. But we'll cover the CIP and the budget when we have the work session in April. What was it, the 16th?
April 16th.
April 16th. On April 16th, we'll cover those. And I think we're also working on setting up, I think we are actually setting up a time for staff and probably for the mayor, if he's available, to sit down with individual council members right after that the April meeting when we pass out the budget, and then before we have the work session, to sit down and kind of go over anything that anybody has questions about, explain anything you don't quite get, or answer questions you might have, just to help make sure that everyone's up to speed when we have the work session on that Thursday.
All right. And everybody's got that. That's been distributed, correct?
Yep.
Very good. You don't need any?
I guess one thing that I would like to add to this is the 64 acres. I know I brought that up last year, that it was not on the CIP. Again, it's not on the CIP for this year.
That discussion will take place on April 16th.
Right, but I mean, for the 16th, I would like to add that to the CIP part, because that's a major project.
But when that's, do you mean the purchase, or what do you mean?
Well, I mean, the purchase is going to balloon here pretty soon, so we got to figure out, A, how we're going to pay for that. So that should probably be on the CIP. Also, if we're going to do any type of improvements to that land, I think that should also be on the CIP. Again, I know that we're
We'll take that up on the 16th.
we're working with developers, but still.
There is nothing that's needed else for that part?
Nope.
Very good. Next, we have the appointment of the interim fire marshal, Jeff McCarty. You gonna have that, Mr. Wood?
So I think council's aware of the fact that our fire marshal left us recently. And so Chief Woodrow from the fire department, Chief Young from the police department, and I have talked a couple of times and kind of trying to decide where to go from here. You don't have to be a firefighter. Actually, you don't have to be a firefighter or a police officer to be a fire marshal. Typically, in order to get the fire marshal certification, you have to go through the fire training, but again, you don't have to be a firefighter. So in our case, Ed Hodges was our fire marshal for a number of years as a police investigator. And so that's one way to do it. And so in the conversations with Chief Woodrow and Chief Young, what we decided to do was ask Jeff if he was willing to serve as the interim, which he said that he was, and that way he could kind of get a handle on what's involved, how much time does it take, what is the effort that's involved, and then after we have a better handle on that, we'll have a conversation about the best way to proceed. One option would be that he does it permanently. Obviously, there's other options where other people would do it on a permanent basis, but for now, we're asking for the appointment to be on an interim basis until we kind of get some more information and decide what the best path forward is going to be. So that's kind of where we are right now.
And Jeff, you're here, you willing to do it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Well, I entertain any motions?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we appoint Jeff McCarty as interim fire marshal for the town of Rocky Mountain.
Second.
All right, a second over here. Okay, very good. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, that appointment is made. We had nobody sign up for the hearing of citizens, but we had 2 young people walk in. Did you guys have anything? Were you here to sign up to speak? Okay, just making sure. All right, so we have no one here to speak. So now I will entertain a motion to adjourn, being as there's nothing else on the agenda.
So moved.
I have a motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? This meeting is adjourned.